I've been going to this church ever since I was a little kid, not because I actually believed in God or anything, just because my parents did. But being the good little kid I was, I went to church every week and said I believed in God, even though I didn't know who He really was. I would always attend church with my parents and pray to God without knowing the true meaning of it. But as I grew older, I began to doubt God's existence. Was He even real? I thought to myself, since life wasn't going my way, thinking that God had abandoned me or just didn't exist. But I still went to church hoping for a change. I used to be very isolated and quiet. I used to avoid talking to people. I didn't like that. But one day, everything would change. During worship at church, I would be the one standing at the back while everybody else was dancing and cheering on with their hearts out. For some reason that day, I didn't want to be left out. Even though I was doubting God's existence with a little bit of hope left, I prayed in my head, God, please give me motivation to worship you. Suddenly, I felt a burst of energy. God had listened to my prayer. That day, I was worshiping God like a dog. I was jumping around and dancing and didn't even feel exhausted. I could do this all day. That day, I realized maybe God is real, and He is. Now I realize why God had given me these tough times back then. God gave me those tough times so I could become a stronger person. Now, life is great. I am now more positive and love to talk to others now. Why hate when you can love? Why be afraid? I have God beside my side. Like Joshua 1:9 said, this is my command. Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid to be discouraged, for the Lord is with you wherever you go. Even when I thought God wasn't with me, He was there all along. I am now more confident in myself and decided to spend my time more wisely, like reading a chapter of the Bible every day or praising God in my own time. I am disappointed in myself for doubting God's existence, but now I have changed. I realize that God has saved me and still loves me even though I am a sinner. I believe in the Lord now and I love Him. And I know that He loves me too for saving a sinner like me. The Lord is wise and forgiving. I am now a child of God. I decided to testify to show you all that God is real and by your side at all time. So be confident and proud of yourself, as God has made you from His skin and bone.